Alright, so this is the OBS screen. I have it opened, and once you've installed it and you've chosen right that you should be optimized for streaming, you should find your screen looking something like this. Right, so but this is not what we are going to work with actually. We'll improve this, but this is more like the basic page, and the way it is now, you're seeing this section scenes. There's another section here, sources. Here, this is the audio mixer, and then the other things. So, but what we have now is to develop this scene. So, scenes basically is like what could be live streamed or recorded at any point. So, you want to have a scene for the camera, a scene for maybe a background. You want to have another scene for, say, um, displaying the Bible verses. And if you have multiple cameras, you could have several scenes too. So scenes for the different cameras. Maybe one camera is stationed at the altar, another one in the congregation. So you could have multiple scenes. So let's just say this scene is. Let me just call this scene. Rename it and just call it camera. So I just right clicked. So I can just say this as camera or whatever. Right now in the sources, I can decide to add what now as a camera. So I'll add a video capture device as a camera. So let me just call this my webcam. Maybe that's what I want it to be. So I'm going to select, okay, now I have connected something, but this is the webcam actually. This is my webcam and this is the camera. So I just put this. So this is it now. Right, this was shown, and I can resize this by dragging or just right click, and there's a place where you see transform. So you can fit to screen, stretch to screen. I think the stretch to screen works. And this looks kind of wide, but basically that's what it is. That's what it is. So this is the camera. Whenever I do this, it's not showing. See this idea of show. So the stuff is to hide or view at that time. Right, then you could always adjust, right, if you just want to be in a section or something. Then you could lock this padlock here, locks whatever is there. So once you lock it, now I can't move this. I can't move this. So if I unlock it, I can move it and I just went in any way I want to do so. But let me just lock this. So that's the webcam, right? And then I can add another scene. I can add another scene. Maybe I call this scene maybe, okay, I want this scene to show anything basically. Let's say I want to show a picture. I call this one picture, right? So now I have to add a source to this. So for the source, I want to show a picture. So I'm going to be looking for image, right? So image, do I have any images? So let's just say, okay, so now I have to choose any image I have here now. So let me just think we had some screenshots here. So let's just choose, I'll just choose one random image. Okay, say this. Right, so this is the image. This was during the last service, right? And same thing, so I can transform this and say fit to screen, or if I want to do stretch, transform, stretch to screen, whatever, right? So but this just the idea. Now also I can lock this so that it's not moving here and there. And of course you can have multiple things in the sources here. I could for instance say add my webcam again to as another source, right? And that source I could say add video capture device, right? I could see add the webcam to this same source. So this is the webcam, right? And now having both stuffs here, right? So if I click on this, it's just showing my webcam. Let me show you. If I click on this, it's showing my webcam now with that picture. So but I could do essentially anything. I could decide to say, okay, I don't want this, and I can remove. Once you select, you can delete, right? You could then go to say, okay, maybe I want to add a text. I want to add a text. And just call me, and then you type whatever text you want to type. Maybe I want to type who happy or something, right? So this is the text I want to display. I could change the font, select font, and essentially there's almost infinite like possibilities with this. So just select the fonts color. Maybe I want this to be orange or something, golden kind of. Then I could change background color. Maybe I want the background color to be green. And how opaque should it be? Now this is a very deep one. If you see what is happening in the background here, you notice, right? So this is something that's light, or so however I want it to be. Click OK. Then I could decide to maybe put it wherever I want to be. Right, or let's say we want to add RCPGF logo. So we'll come here, we import image, then we'll now place that logo at this corner. So that's essentially how it is. Now there's also this. If you come to the control here, you see the studio mode. Now the studio, I clicked on studio mode, and you see how my screen is looking like now. So this is a preview section. This is what is actually being that can be sent out as an output, right? So this program shows what you are seeing your program picture. So it's the picture scene that is being shown now. If I click on this camera, now the camera scene is not yet being shown, right? Until I can use this to drag the camera scene here, right? So I can use this to drag the camera scene. I can use this to swap in between, right? And or you can use this fade thereabout. So that's just the idea, basically the idea with this. Um, yeah. So I talked about this studio mode. Then also the audio mixer. Some things ought to be here. I don't know. I don't know why it's blank. I don't know. But usually you have your mic and desktop audio. Maybe when I change this profile now to what we'll be using, it makes sense. Now to stream, you see this place where you have start streaming. Um, you can start streaming, but first you have to set up the streaming service. So you do that in settings. So when you click on settings, um, okay, it seems okay. Now stream, under stream, now this service Twitch. I want to stream Facebook Live, so I can come to Facebook, and then default, I just put in the stream key. So for RCPGF-UI now, we can easily get the stream key through one of the admins. So at every point in time that you want to stream, you would get the stream key from the page, then paste it here. Once you paste this stream key and you just click on OK, then you are fine. Then you could just go start streaming. And once you click on start streaming, immediately it begins to it doesn't begin to stream immediately. It sends the signal to Facebook, right? Then once you now click OK, go live from Facebook, then it begins to stream. So that's the idea. So but then um we also have the benefit, I mean, for OBS, or streaming on multiple platforms. So there's this multiple RTP something, I don't know the name now, stream stuff, that's an add-in that I downloaded and installed. So you see that here under docs, multiple outputs. So multiple outputs, and see once I selected multiple output, it came here. So this is the multiple output now. So I could decide to say we could leave our Facebook in this place, right, under the stream settings, Facebook. Then you could add multiple targets. So I could add a new target and say maybe YouTube, call it YouTube or whatever. So YouTube, um, then you have a stream URL which you paste in here, and the stream key which you paste in here. And once you have that, the YouTube stuff is there. Okay, I didn't spell this well. So and once you are ready to start streaming on YouTube, you just go start and immediately it starts streaming on YouTube. Right. So but nothing is set there. So this essentially the whole stuff. I think the only thing I could not explain was this because it's not coming up here for some reasons, or maybe when I switch the profiles it will come on. Then for transitions, yeah, there are different transitions. You see, this is a fading transition. It fades. I'm coming. Let me click on this camera. Now you see fade. Now you see it's switching, but I could do cuts, right? Cuts just goes almost immediately. Now you could adjust the speed of the fading. Maybe I want this thing to take a much longer time to fade. Let's say 5,000 or something. Okay, so now if I do fade, this is fading gradually because I increase the speed a lot. So but essentially that's just the idea. Now I've designed some scenes already for that we've been using so far. So we'll just work with that now. So I have that in there's a profile I created for RCPGF-UI, and I'm hoping we'll be able to share this profile and also the scene to RCPGF-UI worship scene services. So this is the scene right now. Okay, and now it's making sense now. So you see this stuff, audio mixer, mic stuff, desktop audio, right? Desktop audio is simply what is playing for my system. So if you notice there's a cancel sign, I actually mute this, I muted the stuff so that whatever sound plays on my system is not being recorded or streamed. Right? You could adjust the volume if you want it to actually play, but maybe to be low or something. But essentially we don't want it, so I could even reduce it and even put this up, doesn't matter. Now this is the mic, right? So whatever is coming from the mixer, we want it to sound. If you put this off, then the audience won't hear you. So we put this on, right? Then transition, fade, right? That's what I want it to be. Then of course every other thing. Now I've talked about these settings. If you want to stream to Facebook, so just go to settings. Um, then once you click on settings, stream. Now Facebook, we put in this like this stream key. Now this was the one old stream key that we had before, so every time it changes, so you just delete it and from Facebook you paste the new stream key there, right? So that's it. So once you are ready to start streaming, you just start streaming. You click on start streaming, send the feedback to Facebook, then you can then go live on Facebook. Now for this multiple output here, you see I've already set up this RCPGF-UI YouTube, right? So once you just click on start, immediately it goes live to Facebook. So you want to be careful about clicking this until everything is set, right? There's no way to stop it until once you click on stop here, it stops. So same thing, once you stop streaming, it stops. um yeah, so I won't put this. If I put this now, whatever we're doing goes live, provided you have the internet. So and we don't need to modify this for YouTube. We don't need to modify it. This stuff is, I don't think it changes on unless somebody resets it. So for Facebook, every time you modify it. Now you see I have three different scenes here. I have a background filler, just as a PJVI logo, and it's essentially an image that was a source type I brought in here. I also have stage camera. Now for the camera, all we've done so far is to practice camera using camo, no, using the webcam. So but the webcam is just my system showing what is in my phone. I want something more that can take the stage. So the app that does that for us is camo, and this is essentially camo studio. It's an app that has been installed. uh my phone is connected to it normally. The camo studio could just take my webcam, right? So but to add a new device, you have to download camo studio on your phone and on your system. So I have camo studio on installed on my system and on my phone. Then you come to this plus pair a device, right? Then on your phone you click to pair a device and you scan this code, and automatically your your phone is recognized. But mind you, both your system and your phone must be connected by Wi-Fi, right? They must just be connected. They must be connected to the same Wi-Fi. So maybe you have a router that the system and your phone connects to, or maybe you on the hotspot with your phone. For instance, now I on the hotspot to my phone and my laptop is connected to it, so they are linked somehow, and that's why it can work, right? So then I don't need to scan. So now I've done this. Once I just click on this, you see manual's phone. So I can click on this. Now my phone is the camera. Now this is my phone, right? This is my phone. I'm showing whatever my phone is showing now is what is coming as the camera, right? And the good thing about the Camo Studio, I'm showing my screen now because my phone is facing my screen. I could decide to turn this to face front, right? If you're seeing the screen, maybe just see what I'm doing here. Screen normal, face front. So now um my phone screen now is the camera at this time. I could change this back to wide, this. So essentially that's the idea of Camo. And you could zoom, right? You could zoom in or zoom out, right? Depending on wherever you are and what you want to do. So I zoom in, let me zoom out, right? So um that's essentially it. So I think I've said okay, yeah. For a new installation of Camo, you also there's this scenes watermark, right? So usually there was one watermark somewhere, but I removed that. Okay, this was the watermark here as was appearing. So but I removed that already by just clicking on this. So and then I think everything is fine. Everything is fine with Camo Studio. So what happens is just the way you had a video source, right? I'm going back to OBS now. Let's say I have a new scene and just leave it as scene 2. I'm going to delete this since we're not using this. I could come here and add a video source, video capture device, and then now instead of selecting webcam as I did before, my HD camera, I'll select Camo. So it's picking whatever and it's picking whatever I want Camo to take, right? So and I have this. So now it's picking whatever my phone is capturing. I don't need this. I don't need this. And because we have that already sorted out, I named this one stage camera. So we'll place the phone in the stage camera and then pick this. So you notice you are not seeing anything because I actually like close this. So now it's showing this. And same thing too for image. If I close this, you see, I'm putting the logo, doing that, and I cannot adjust it because I locked it. If I want to adjust it, I can unlock it, then move around. But that's just it. Now for the text and preacher, we've not done this before, but it's something that you can implement. So it's just adding text, and you can edit this every time. Once you right click, just click on properties. You can edit this to be um, whatever the topic that is being taught. So maybe I'm teaching say Camo, and the preacher maybe I'm just say me, right? Okay, so that was easy, right? That was here, and so basically you can switch now. You can switch. Everything here is in the preview stage, right? If you're seeing my screen, everything here is in the preview stage. So, but it's not yet being live streamed. If I want to live stream it, I could just drag this, right? Or use the fade stuff. Now I could decide to live stream the logo. Once I click on this, I just say fade. So now the logo is being live streamed. I could switch back to the camera. I could switch back to the logo like that. So that's just how it comes. Now for the Bible display, I also have a scene for Bible display show, right? And basically it will just once I click on it, you have set it to show whatever is being projected from that Bible display. Okay, my battery is low. Okay, so let's just look at this Bible display. Now, not okay, this was the verse I put there. Alright, Leviticus 1, 2, and then this Bible show. If I change this, let me just change this, say to Leviticus 1, 3. Right, you see that will change automatically, but it's not yet being live streamed. Note, if I want it to be live streamed, I just have to bring it from this preview now to this. So this was being live streamed. So say for instance now I want to see the preacher. I just quickly come here and then I'm seeing the preacher. Let's say the preacher calls a verse, um Matthew Matthew 1:23. I just come Matt 1, 2, 3, right? And quickly I come back here and now it's been like streamed. So that's just the idea. That's just the idea. Basically, that's the idea, and that's the idea. Mic is working. Then of course you can always verify to be sure people are hearing and everything is working fine. So then of course you started streaming, and then once you're done, just stop streaming. Now it's showing start streaming, changes to stop streaming once streaming is live, so you can stop streaming. Then this one once you start it starts, once you click on stop it stops. So essentially that's it, and I think that's everything about not everything, there's much more, but basic thing about OBS Studio and how we can use it for our services. So I will try to see how we can export this profile so that everything is already preset on the systems we'll be using. I should also mention that we can't use this for with the same system that we intend to project with. It could be quite difficult, right? Having to use the easy worship on the same system. So it's best to have it another dedicated system to this. I mean for the live streaming and the whole stuff. So that's essentially all with OBS and Alpha. But I'm sure there's more we can do and learn and also adapt to it. All right, thank you very much.